King Ross. He is King Ross, he is King Ross, he is King Ross. And he is your friend, he is your friend. King Ross. He is King Ross, he is King Ross, yes, he is King Ross. And he is your friend, he is your friend, yes, he is King Ross. King Ross. King Ross.
It's me, it's that K-I-N-G, and it's that time of the f***ing month once again, where we take a look at all the WTF moments from NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2! An NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 that has just made SummerSlam's life a whole damn lot harder. All the best were following that SummerSlam. By gum, that was a lovely show last night, wasn't it? Let's get cracking with the nagging. Who would have thought it? Tom Phillips appears on camera in a WWE show and he's actually stood upright for once. WTF, you all know about the Tomspiracies, don't you? Where WWE make him spread his legs like that and make a tall, slender man smaller than average sized superstars in interviews and such. I suppose it's just nice to see them not making a complete arse of Big Tom. Keep it that way, just make him sit down. Or just hire a smaller interviewer for main roster shows. How about that, WWE, yeah? After Seth Rollins' close call with a wandering fan on this week's WWE Raw, who thought that No Way Jose was getting attacked by a group of randy New Yorkers? This sick guy did. But no, it was just a group of randy sessioners looking for a good time, having a nice conga around the wrestling ring. And did you see that man at the front of the queue? Did you see what t-shirt he had on? Yes, indeed, mon frere. It was an Austin Aries shirt. Austin Aries, of course, the opponent of No Way Jose, who was leading that conga line. It was a bit hypocritical, if you ask me, to wear an Austin Aries shirt in that conga line. And what made it worse was the fact the guy had a shirt on underneath his shirt. It was obvious that someone from WWE just handed him the shirt before the conga began. Good choice, whoever made that, you pillock. Speaking of pillocks, who made the call to have a company whose slogan is "Keep on Sucking" appear on what is still, if we just face the facts, a PG television show aimed mainly at the kids. I know they won't know any different, but me and you, we know what that really means. I tell you what, just if you don't know what it means, let's look at Shawn Michaels up here, who will explain it for you. He's just so good at it, he's so good. Oh, tickling the bowels and working the shaft. It's Corey Graves, a clock motherfucker, and if you're wondering why I'm not acting as excitable as I normally do for these moments, it's because once again, like with WTF last week, we're using the drizzling shits of equipment. If I move, the massive camera on the tiny tripod will probably fall off. Haha! I should be more of a priority because I am the king and bringing over 800,000 views on YouTube and 92 million hits online. Anyway, did you hear Corey Graves say that No Way Jose does not want to get into a wrestling match with Austin Aries? Literal seconds after the pair's wrestling match had begun. I know what it means. I know that it means Austin Aries is a far superior in-ring technician and No Way Jose's skills just don't match up to that, so he shouldn't try to out-wrestle a mighty fine wrestler. But saying it in the middle of a wrestling match is just redundant in my eyes. It's going to be a wrestling match anyway. Styles clash, no pun intended. Styles, they clash. It's just as redundant as saying as this is wrestling. I hate that chant. What the f*** does it mean? Crowd start wooing. Mr. Tom Phillips says that the crowd are sensing the anticipation during the opening match between Aries and No Way Jose. No, it is wrong. Ric Flair was taking his seat off screen. There is evidence there. That is what everyone was wooing at. Good try, Todd. or Nathaniel, or Daniel, or whatever Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho called you on Monday, but it just didn't work because Rick was on the screen. Maybe you should watch your monitor and just call what you see, you know? Instead of trying to fool us all like you do with your conspiracies. We don't fool us anymore, do you? Because I've pointed them out! Damn, Hideo, what the f*** are those? Not just those shoes, but your budgie trousers? How many birds did you kill, eh? What the f***'s going on with them? Look at me criticising a man's fashion sense while I'm stood here wearing a plastic crown and cape and wrestling t-shirt. Got balls the size of grapefruit, so just don't give a f***. Hideo finally did it. He finally hit a go to sleep on WWE NXT television. Finally! Thank f*** for that. I know you smarks in the comment section will go, oh, but King Ross, he did it in a house show against Tyler Breeze. I f***ing know, alright. But this WTF moment is twofold, motherfuckers. It's layered like a bastard cake or an onion or something else layered. Hideo hitting the move isn't the only WTF moment here. The other WTF moment comes in the form of all you idiots who tweeted me saying, oh, the commentators were wrong. Hideo didn't invent that move, CM Punk did. You're wrong, motherfuckers. Hideo did invent that move and CM Punk stole it away from him. Hence the massive pop when Hideo finally hit it on a WWE televised event. So, off. How about Ember Moon's diving corkscrew stone cold stunner thing? I've never seen it before. Corey Graves on commentary said he never seen it before, but there's no doubt there's some smart out there who they're going to say, oh, King Ross, didn't you know that such and such did it on the independent scene in San Marino? No, I f***ing didn't, because I don't watch wrestling from San Marino. I've actually got a life here, bunch of pricks. But aye, most of us haven't seen it, Corey Graves included. Therefore, WTF, live with it, you. Get a life, man. Yeah. I tell you what, my Ric Flair didn't off get away soonish after arriving at WWE NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. He arrived halfway through the No Way Jose and Austin Aries match, and then when the camera was on his seat during the next match between Ember Moon and Billie Kay, he was gone. Because I'm the lowest of the low, and mainly because I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just going to make this joke anyway. Rick's piss bag must have filled up, you know, because he's old. Must have had to go and change it. That was funny, wasn't it? I'm sorry, everybody, but that sign there says glorious on it and has two holes. Two glorious holes. Two glory holes. Right, children, when a lonely, skanky motherfucker is desperate for a bit of love, the soft touch of another human's flesh, they take themselves to a pulpit bathroom where you'll find, you know, the holes in between the cubicles. There might even be a hole in the wall. At this point, they beckon a cop. So then, Bobby Roode's forward pump handle slam thingy is called a glorious bomb au contraire, mon frere. That name is already taken, as we all know. The glorious bomb comes courtesy of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano on Twitter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, why the f*** you live under a rock with no computer, eh? You can't just take the name of a movement like that away and just give it to something else. It's just wrong. It's just f***ed up, WWE. Who the f*** made that call? Probably Vince McMahon, who does not know what happens on social media and the like. Anyway, you know what that means though, motherfuckers. That means that hashtag King Ross Bomb is now the top dog in no stakes since that name's been given to someone else. Check me and Blumpy and Jack out there. We're f***ing wax of us now, aren't we?
King Ross, he is King Ross, he is King Ross, he is King Ross, and he is your friend, he is your friend. King Ross, he is King Ross, he is King Ross, he is King Ross, and he is your friend, he is your friend. King Ross, he is King Ross, he is King Ross.
Why does Asuka have a pair of cocktail sticks on her tatty bojangles there? Could somebody tell me the answer to that, please? I don't know. Now, I know I've seen interviews where female superstars have revealed the inner workings of their chest area attire. That you normally use double-sided sticky tape to make sure there's no malfunction at the junction, if you know what I mean. But Asuka seems to have used a pair of cocktail sticks, which would surely hurt, wouldn't it? That sign that said 8 1/3%, if you don't know what that means, why the f*** are you watching me? Because you're clearly not a fan of professional wrestling. Scott Steiner, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Sacrifice. Get yourself on Google and find out, will you? Can stop wasting my f***ing time. And we're back with Mr. Todd Phillips once again. In that moment where he said that last night's main event between Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe was the first time they'd ever met inside a wrestling ring. Ah, no! Tom, you are wrong. I'm just going to get Mr. Editor Jimmy off screen here to put an article up that I myself wrote a few months ago. Jimmy, if you will. That's the first time there. You're wrong. You saw Samoa Joe kick out of the Kinshasa, didn't you? You heard Mr. Todd Nathaniel Daniel James, whatever they call him these days, claim that nobody has ever done that in NXT before. Ooh. Oh, some indigestion here, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh. No, they have. What about when your boy Finn Balor took on Shinsuke and he kicked out of the Kinshasa? Granted, it was to the back of Finn's lovely Irish head, but Graves still went Kinshasa. He gave it the full works. It was a legitimate knee. So it counts, all right. Don't even argue with us. I'm right, you're wrong as always. So's Tom as well. Todd, James, Daniel, Nathaniel. So then, Mr. Shinsuke Nakamura is our new NXT champion. And we all thought, me included, that he'd be getting a promotion to the main roster very soon, along with Bayley, who really is getting a promotion to the main roster soon. That might have been her last match in NXT. But no, that championship means he's staying down in NXT. As for Samoa Joe, we don't know. It looked like he really f***ed his jaw up last night, so I guess we'll have to wait until he's healed. Aye, every fluffy white cloud sometimes doesn't have a silver lining. Has a one. One covered in shit like a dirty Sanchez round a cloud. And I end you with some WWE sign Nirvana, and that sign there, aimed at Mr. Scott Dawson and Mr. Dash Wilder, that says, "No flips, just fist me." Of course, their catchphrase is "No flips, just fist." That woman there wants that fist shoved right up her. Right then, that's the first of 5 WTF Momon videos this week. We've got SummerSlam, Raw, SmackDown, and WCPW loaded to come. It's going to be a long f***ing week, lads. Sayonara. Goodbye. God bless.